Do you think that there will be an effective cybersecurity despite signing this MOU with a foreign security firm?
We are fully or partially living in smart environments. The smart environment means the connectivity and different kind of sensors that communicate with each other and provide you some kind of facilitation. Not an individual, not any organization, not a kind of specific sector, not even a country cannot work in silos. We need to actually connect with different kind of systems to perform some kind of task that is required.
What are the current threats being faced by Pakistan, and how CERT is responding to these possible threats?
Without cybersecurity, there is no national security, right?
Mhm.
Cybersecurity is the integral component of this digitalized world. We're heavily dependent on these kind of infrastructure.
Was Pakistani system, Pakistani cyberspace was also under threat from India? If so, what measures were taken and what sort of threat at that time was, which was detected, and it was Pakistani system was made more secure and safer?
Definitely that specific time during this Banyan al-Marsus, there was many cyber attacks on Pakistan's infrastructure. And what we did, we actually established some kind of control rooms in different provinces and different organizations.
And where do you see Pakistan in the cyberspace comparing with the region, with South Asia and globally, where we are heading?
Pakistan is facing the same complex kind of cyber threats as the rest of the world. We are not
Mhm.
the exception, right? We have the ransomware attacks, we have the data breaches, we have the online frauds. But the positive thing is that our national readiness is actually improving day by day.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Program Insight in V News English. Dear viewers, in the domain of cybersecurity, there is an important development, and that development is National Computer Emergency Response Team of Pakistan, which is called PKCERT, which is a government entity in Pakistan and meant to ensure cybersecurity and computer and a rapid response whenever there is any cyber attack on Pakistan, on Pakistani system. And that development is that this PKCERT signed a memorandum of understanding with a global security company, Kaspersky. So, and that memorandum of understanding, with the collaboration with this global company, it will be ensured that Pakistani cyberspace remains secure, effective, and in case of any future possible cyber attack on Pakistani system, early detection, prevention, and security could be ensured. What is this all about more? We are happy to have with us Dr. Haider Abbas, who is Director General of PKCERT. He has been very kind despite his very busy schedule. He spared time and now currently part of our program. Dr. Haider Abbas, a very warm welcome to Program Insight in Videos English.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
So, Dr. Haider Abbas, this is a landmark agreement. Would you like to explain what is this memorandum of understanding with a global security firm? Usually, concern arises that Pakistan cybersecurity or security system or this CERT, computer emergency response system of Pakistan, which is basically Pakistan's domain. So, by outsourcing security, do you think that there will be an effective cybersecurity despite signing this MOU with a foreign security firm?
Sir, thank you so very much for inviting me. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So first of all, let me explain you the whole mandate and the whole architecture that how we are proceeding for the cybersecurity in Pakistan. And
Okay,
National CERT is responsible for the digital frontiers of Pakistan. So
true.
the structure is that no one in this digital era that currently we are living in the connected world, where even an individual is connected with some of the network, some of the internet through internet, or some of the organizational networks, the home network, even some of the organization, some of the country cannot survive or cannot work in silos. So we need to actually connect with the systems, and we have to perform some kind of task that is required. So we are fully or partially living in smart environments. The smart environment means the connectivity and different kind of sensors that communicate with each other and provide you some kind of facilitation.
True.
So we need to understand this, that not an individual, not any organization, not a kind of specific sector, not even a country cannot work in silos. We need to actually connect with different kind of systems to perform some kind of task that is required. So the mandate of national security is that we have to actually effectively respond to the cyber attacks and the cyber incidents that happens to the critical infrastructure of Pakistan, that can disrupt the businesses, that can disrupt the economies, that can disrupt the critical infrastructure of Pakistan, actually.
Including governance
So
sector.
yes, definitely in the business sector, the government sector, the critical sector, the SCADA system, you
Hmm.
name the NEPRA, you name the OGRA and State Bank of Pakistan, all the banking system and all
Hmm.
the stuff. So we actually need national CERT. As a national CERT, we have to actually monitor continuously the cyber threat landscape of our country, right? And the other arm of the national CERT is that we have to collaborate with the international, or you can say the different CERTs of the different countries. CERT was a Carnegie Mellon concept that they coined in 1988. And then after that, many countries established their CERT. So we have the Russian CERT, we have the China CERT, we have the Saudi CERT, we have the UAE CERT, right? So every country have established their CERT. So the
But
mandate
why so
is
late in
these
Pakistan?
countries.
Question arises.
Yes, this is a very valid question, and we are late. We should accept this. We are late. So but still it's currently we are taking so many initiatives to actually cope up with this gap effectively, inshallah, and we will do this. So the thing is that internally we have to collaborate with all the organization in Pakistan that have digitalization, that have the digital infrastructure, that includes retail infrastructure, the banking sector, and all the stuff, to continuously monitor and effectively respond to their cyber attacks or the cyber incidents.
True.
And on the same time, we have to actually collaborate with different countries' certs, right? For the future friendly countries cert, to actually effectively share the cyber threat intelligence, actionable threat intelligence. That, for example, if something is discovered in China or something discovered in UAE, right, and they want to inform other friendly countries that this is the ransomware attack, this is some of the critical attack that we have discovered. So we want to tell you that you should patch your system and you should be ready to actually deal with this kind of. So the UAE CERT or the China CERT will collaborate with the PKCERT. And the
Hmm.
PKCERT will disseminate this information effectively to all the sectors in Pakistan. So the
In
thing is,
case
we are
of
not
any
outsourcing
possible
our
attack,
society.
in case of any possible
Yes.
threat, so system will be in advance activated. This is what.
Yes. So one aspect is that we have to proactively monitor and detect the cyber threats. And we
Hmm.
have to inform all the organization that you need to patch these kind of security updates or something like this so you can secure your systems. So your concern that you raised, we are not actually outsourcing our security to any of the firm. So this is a kind of international norm that all the organization collaborate with each other and share the threat intelligence in an effective way, so they can actually develop the resilient system that secure their organization, they secure their people, and secure their countries.
So since you said
So
it's a national level
yeah.
based in Islamabad, this speaker said. So if we, as you talked about that the countries around the world face these cybersecurity threats, what are the current threats being faced by Pakistan, and how CERT is responding to these possible threats and securing our space?
So let's start with the individual. Every day you might be receiving some kind of messages. This is
True.
called the phishing messages, like that your parcel has arrived. So address is missing, click this link, right? This is called the
Mhm.
phishing attacks. So you are tricking someone to reveal his or her information that you can misuse it for different purposes, right? So starting from individuals, their devices, their financial aspect, their financial, there could be financial frauds, and
Hmm.
their organization. For the organizational aspect where their data is very important, you take the example of BIS, you take the example of NADRA, you take the example of any organization that is the custodian of the digital data, the data of Pakistan citizen, right? So the people might be after that. So they want some kind of information that could be used for different malicious purposes. Then there are some kind of ransomware attacks. So ransomware is that there is some kind of malware that actually encrypts your data, and you have to pay some kind of ransom, and they might decrypt your data and give you the keys, and you can actually decrypt your data. So Pakistan is facing, starting from individual, their organization, that includes the data leaks, that includes even the critical infrastructure disruption. Your SCADA system, your power system is also connected now, right? So God forbid if there kind of
Aviation,
some kind
exactly,
of,
aviation
yes,
system.
definitely. So aviation system, your banking system, your all the critical infrastructure of your country. Like you just
Name.
imagine our safe cities, right? The smart cities, the Islamabad smart city, the safe city, Lahore, or other of the cities in Pakistan. Just imagine if your stream is being relayed somewhere else that could they use for the malicious purposes,
Hmm.
right? So how could it affect the security or sovereignty of your country? So what I used to say in different forums that without cybersecurity, there is no national security, right?
Hmm.
Cybersecurity is the integral component of this digitalized world. We're heavily dependent on these kind of infrastructure, where the people, organization, and the countries, the critical infrastructure are heavily dependent on these kind of infrastructures. If there is no cybersecurity, there is no national security. So this is
Hmm.
something that we as a nation need to understand. And there is an understanding by the government also, and they have taken very various kind of initiatives to actually secure their critical infrastructures. So coming back to your question, that the individuals, the organizations, and the national infrastructure, right, is under serious threat, and we need to take the serious kind of measures to actually protect our digital infrastructures.
So, coming to this Pakistan-India relations, in 2025, we have seen there was a major conflict between Pakistan and India.
Yeah.
Pakistan, although gave traditional response through Air Force, our military responded, but Pakistan was also engaged through cyber security, through cyber domain as well. Our Indian system was paralyzed.
Yes.
Question is that, of course, India is also very advanced in cyber security. Was Pakistani system, Pakistani cyberspace was also under threat from India? If so, what measures were taken and what sort of threat at that time was, which was detected, and it was Pakistani system was made more secure and safer?
Yes, definitely that specific time during this Banyan al-Marsus, there was many cyber attacks on Pakistan's infrastructure. And what we did, we actually established some kind of control rooms in different provinces and different organizations. And we were continuously monitoring the cyber threat landscape at that specific time. We will actually effectively detecting and you kind of mitigating that kind of attacks continuously 24 by 7 during this specific time. There were many kind of attacks. Almost you could say 80% or 85% of attack was effectively stopped before it has made could have made some kind of devastating effect.
Hmm.
Minor effect could be, you could say that there was that we faced as a nation. Again, the response from Pakistan side were also marvelous, and the world has actually seen this with the grace of Almighty. All of our organizations, the best thing was that all the organizations joined hands together and worked
Hmm.
effectively to defend our digital infrastructure.
So that is good that all organizations were in on one page and effectively dealt with particular. So another important question is that since last many years, there have been reports in Pakistan carried that Israeli spyware Pegasus. So and that's software is of course it attacks a targeted device, computer system, or something like that, and mainly it's meant for hacking the data, spying, and these all things. So that Pegasus was also hired by India. It was obtained by India. So would you like to say, in the presence of that spy software, originally launched by Israel, purchased by India, so Is our cyberspace is protected against this Israeli-Indian spyware Pegasus?
Well, I gave you the example of phishing attack, right? So the phishing means that someone is actually tricking to reveal your information. So you receive a message, and the user do to click some of the link or something, and then there will be some
Suspicious
kind of
link.
action that will be performed. Yes. The beauty of the Pegasus was that the user does not have to interfere much with the device, right? You receive the message, and there is some kind of mechanism that actually the device is compromised. So this is the sophistication of the attack pattern that has developed, and it is continuously evolving, right? There might be Pegasus is something that has, please remember my word, the Pegasus is something that has been discovered by the world, right? There are many other kind of similar kind of viruses that the people might not know, right? So there is always two kind of organizations in the world. One, those has been compromised, and the other one who actually does not know that they have compromised, right? So so there are the different kind of sophistication of these kind of attacks.
Mm.
So we as the you can say there is no silver bullet about this because it's continuously evolving. So you have to be continuously defending your critical infrastructure. You have to continuously monitoring the cyberspace, and you have to continuously developing the skill set and the HR and the people and the communities, giving them
Mm.
awareness and all the stuff that this could be. I mean, this is a continuous war, right? But in traditional war, there is some starting point and there is some ending time, right? But for the cyber war, there's no starting point and no ending time, right?
Mm.
Every country in the hostile country is always in the war state, right? So this is very sensitive kind of mechanisms that is being developed by different kind of countries that you recently mentioned, and we as a nation has to be also very vigilant in developing these kind of technologies that they can defend and then can respond so effectively that your critical infrastructure should not be affected.
So, since the inception of this CERT, it's not that old. This system was quite recently installed in Pakistan, and ultimately, this team was made since the installation of this system, Computer Emergency Response System (PKCERT). So, what improvements have been made in Pakistan's cybersecurity domain? As you said, Pakistan's state financial system, entire government of Pakistan
Yes.
is there, Ministry of Foreign Affairs is there, and then finance is there, Prime Minister's office is there. So, what were the gray areas and how these gray areas have been, of course, improved, and now the system has been upgraded? Would you like to share some details?
There were many organizations in Pakistan before the inception of the PKCERT or the national CERT. They were doing wonderful job in the area of cybersecurity. I
Hmm.
must appreciate the efforts of NADRA. I must appreciate the efforts of PTA and
Hmm.
all the other organizations that are working quite vigilantly in the area of cybersecurity.
True.
With the inception of National CERT provided a kind of platform for all the organizations to let's join hand together and work effectively for the cyber
Hmm.
resilience of Pakistan. So what we did, we actually launched almost 20 plus different, we did a kind of extensive gap analysis by examining the whole staircase, starting
Hmm.
from like last 20 years and what how the cyberspace, cyber attack surface of Pakistan has emerged, what were the main threats, what are our weaknesses. So we actually analyzed this whole mechanisms, did a kind of gap analysis, and we launched almost 20 different programs by joining hands with different organizations. We
Hmm.
launched programs for our children, for school-going children. We launched program for our women. We launched program for specific sectors, right? Like the banking sector, for the telecom sector, and all of the sectors. We launched programs for the elderly people. We launched programs for the government sector organizations, even
Hmm.
the private sector organizations. We encourage the private sector organizations to let's come join hand together and let's do a kind of collective wisdom to work for Pakistan. So after this, the gap analysis, we launched almost, as I mentioned before, 20 different programs, even more than that programs that include, for example, one program is the Cyber Patriot program. The objective of this program is if someone has discovered some kind of vulnerability in Pakistan's infrastructure, they can report this to us, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we actually verify that kind of vulnerability. We inform that specific organization, and we issue some kind of certificate and some kind of a bounty to the one who has actually reported this kind of vulnerability in Pakistan infrastructure, right? This is the one program. We launched a program with the name of Cyber Nest for the graduates that has been recently in the computer science area, in the information technology, in the cyber security, and they're not market ready, right? We host them at National CERT. We give them awareness about the latest technology, the hands-on experiences of the different tools and technologies, and then we make them market ready and roll out for the organizations. So we did an extensive gap analysis for the government sector, for the private sector, for the women, for the children, for all the you can say members of society, and actually launched many programs for them. So you will see that soon there will be, inshallah. Even we have started experiencing this, that there is a positive change. Now you cannot. It is very difficult to fool people that you receive that you have won a lottery or something and share your code or something like this. So this is a positive change, and with the help of society and with the collective wisdom, we will actually inshallah overcome this kind of issues that cyber is currently cho- choosing to us.
So, are you providing some input or some services for Pakistan's national security? Or national security institutions have their own cyber system? And if so, is there is collaboration between two of them, the civilian and the military one?
There is strong collaboration among all organizations, as I mentioned before,
Hmm.
because in one bad organization, bad means having a fewer kind of cybersecurity mechanisms can actually compromise the whole system and become a national level security threat. So
Hmm.
no organization can be left alone in silos. We need to take every organization on board.
On
We're
board.
actually preparing them. We're preparing them. We're counseling them. We're giving them some kind of guidelines, the trainings, the frameworks, and all the stuff, the compliance mechanisms. And we are actually raising their capabilities and you can say the capacity of cybersecurity. So all organizations are on board, right? And we are working in a joint collaborative and joint mechanisms to actually protect our national security. We are also providing some kind of policy guidelines through different kind of channels to the government organizations, also to the decision makers, also that this is the situation of Pakistan, the cybersecurity. So how it should look like when you do, for example, one example I would like to quote. Pakistan is heavily investing into the digitalization of their various kind of initiatives by the Ministry of IT. The Ministry of IT is very much enthusiastic in doing this kind of all. Ma'am Shaza Fatma is and the Secretary IT as Rasa is doing so much kind of initiatives in Pakistan in digitalization. So one core aspect that was actually missing before was the security by design in the different infrastructure that the different system that was developed in Pakistan. So National CERT is actually providing the facilitation and the kind of guidance that the security should be designed, should be built in inception of the project, right? And
Hmm.
we are working very closely with the Pakistan Digital Authority and other organizations that are doing some kind of digitalization. So you will see that there will be a resilient and some kind of more secure system, inshallah, that will be developed in Pakistan.
What is the future roadmap in the domain of cybersecurity for Pakistan? So, what are the ambitious plans ahead in 2026?
Well, one core uh, objective, inshallah, that is the establishment of national threat intelligence coordinated mechanisms, right?
Hmm.
We are actually developing different kind of sectoral certs in Pakistan, right? For
Hmm.
example, the PTA is already working as a telecom sector, working marvelously. I must appreciate them. For the telecom sector, there will be the sectoral cert. For the NAPRA, all the energy sector, the power sector will be under NAPRA. NAPRA will be the sectoral cert for power sector. State Bank of Pakistan will be for the banking sector. HEC would be for the education sector. So we are going to develop a kind of comprehensive threat intelligence mechanism to continuously monitor the threat landscape. And these kind of sectors will actually join hands together, and they will share the threat intelligence with the cyber threat intelligence with the national CERT, and we will have a comprehensive kind of mechanism. So this is the initiative that I am much enthusiastic about this, and hopefully it will be done, inshallah, within this year.
So, lastly, I would like to seek your opinion. Where do you see Pakistan in the cyberspace, comparing with the region, with South Asia, and globally, where we are heading?
Pakistan is facing the same complex kind of cyber threats as the rest of the world. We are not
Mm.
the exception, right? We have the ransomware attacks, we have the data breaches, we have the online frauds. But the positive thing is that our national readiness is actually improving day by day, right?
Mm.
The emphasis of improving our resilience is very much aligned. And you see that the recent release of the ITU, that is the ITU ranking of Pakistan, they have placed Pakistan the role modeling country in the context of
This is which
cybersecurity.
organization you are referring?
It is ITU, that is International
IT.
Telecommunication Union, that yes, that
Has placed
actually
Pakistan
issues
where?
Pakistan as a role modeling country in the context of cybersecurity. It's a
Mm.
tier one, right? So this is the positive kind of vibe that you can see, that the world has actually, organization like ITU has recognized Pakistan's effort in the cybersecurity. And you see, over the past years, we have strengthened governance framework, we have improved incident coordination, we have launched awareness and capacity building kind of programs, and we have actually expanded international cooperation with different kind of countries, right? And one example is the Kaspersky agreement that we have done. So cybersecurity is now recognized. I believe that the cybersecurity has been recognized as a national priority by the government of Pakistan, and
Mm.
it's not just an IT issue, right? It's a national priority and it's a national security issue, and there you can see there will be a kind of more resilient system, inshallah, with the passage of time.
And lastly, I would like to know, as you said, that this is the top priority of the government of Pakistan. Then, coming on the education side, what is your message to the Pakistani educated youth? As you mentioned earlier, that they have been given internship, but what is beyond internship in the field of IT, where the youth should mainly focus? Cybersecurity,
Well,
artificial intelligence,
yes.
which side?
My message for the youth is that please analyze yourself, your capabilities, right? And then decide a core specific area of cybersecurity. For example, if you have some kind of critique kind of mind and critique kind of behavior, the auditing and evaluation will be the best site for you. If you like the hands-on experience and these kind of things, the defensive mechanisms, developing some kind of tools and techniques and these kind of things. So kindly develop the hands-on experience, right? Develop your skill set, right, in some specific area. And there is a huge potential and there is a huge kind of job opportunities in Pakistan, even around the world, that you will actually shine with the passage of time, inshallah.
Thank you so much indeed, Dr. Haider Wasab. Despite your busy schedule, you spared time, participated in our program, and highlighted government policies as far as PKCERT is concerned. We hope so that our viewers would learn a lot from this conversation, that what are the cybersecurity threats and how PKCERT is actually active and ready 24/7 to prevent, to detect, prevent, and file cyber attacks being carried out on Pakistan by different organizations, countries which are hostile to Pakistan. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.
Thank you so much.